Good morning, Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS, the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by Samantha Marcus with our LINC segment. LINC stands for Linking Individuals Network Connections, students helping other students make decisions on career. And Samantha Marcus and Jake Gomez, but Jake's away at college, Colgate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're getting ready to go away to UCSD, so last show.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might get one more in there, but I know you have a great guest who's done quite a bit. Jeremy, right?
Gerry.
Jerry. Well, let's introduce Gerry.
So Gerry Orz is 15, and he's accomplished so much, which is why I wanted to have him on the show. I know it's kind of a twist since we mostly have adults, but he's accomplished so much and deserves to be here. He's taken film classes at UCLA. He has his own YouTube channel called World According to G, where he posts all of his short films. He's working on an animated series called Days of Our Rovers, which is about the Martian rovers at NASA. He's published a book called Lucky or Not, Here I Come, which you can get online at Barnes & Noble and Amazon, and he's currently working on a script for the film. He's written, produced, and directed multiple films, The Equation of Life, Day of Silence, and he produced his first film at just 9 years old. He started when he was 6, and Gerry and I also worked together on Kids First. So Gerry has an extensive background, and it's incredible. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So I wanted to ask you, what was your inspiration for becoming a director, producer, and writer at such a young age?
Well, ever since I could remember, I love films, I love watching films, and I love being captivated by films. At first, I didn't really know how to get into the world of films. I just knew I wanted to explore it. So I began as an actor, and after a while of acting, I realized I didn't enjoy being in front of the camera, and I enjoyed more being behind the camera and leading the story. So I tried out directing my own little films here and there, and I loved it so much that I just kind of stuck to it, and ever since then I've been directing and producing films.
That's great. It really is great to start at such a young age. So one of your films called Day of Silence, I recently learned that when that film came out, you went to, The Equation of Life. When that film came out, you went to the California State Legislature to get a day of bully prevention passed, and I think that's incredible. So can you tell us a little bit about that experience and what that was like for you?
That was such an amazing experience, and I have to thank the California State Legislature for allowing me to come and for me to be able to speak on the floor. And both Senator Carol Liu and Ted Lieu helped me so much. Well, now Congressman Ted Lieu helped me so much in making that an official bullying prevention day, and I'm so glad that it was able to happen. And now I believe that it's every year a bullying prevention day on December 12th.
Well, I can't wait to see that this year on December 12th, so that's incredible. So you also recently published a book, which I mentioned, Lucky or Not, Here I Come, and reading a little bit about it, I haven't read it yet, but it's about John Wilson, and he's just an ordinary man, but he goes through these life-changing events. Everything is thrown at him, and it does change his life. So can you tell us a little bit more about that without giving too much away?
Of course. So you pretty much said it very well, but I wanted to tell a story about a person who really doesn't have anything special about him. He is a very average Joe, someone that really doesn't defy anything or doesn't do anything special, but he's a very average person. But throughout his life, both horrible and extraordinary things happen to him, and it not only changes his life, but changes the lives of the people around him. And I want to tell that story to be inspirational and kind of show how no matter what life throws at you, you can get through it and you can make the best out of it, because many things happen to him that are just devastating, but he tries to make the best of it, and he tries to make the best of his life, even though there are so many horrible things that happen to him.
I think that that's great. It's a really unique plot, and I can't wait to read it. So you've also started something called the Days of Our Rovers, which you talked to me a little bit about, but I'd like to know a little bit more about the inspiration behind that and how you're coming along with that so far.
Well, the inspiration behind that is I'm a huge fan of NASA and what they're doing and the exploration of Mars and other planets, and I realize that a lot of people don't really realize what's going on our sister planet or nearby planet, and how many robots we have there stationed kind of working on exploring more of the planet. So I want to make a little short film to be a little more personal for the rovers. And I made them have a lot more of a human personality. It features the 2 rovers that are active on Mars currently, Opportunity and Curiosity. And it's just kind of their adventures on Mars. So far there's only 1 episode, but the next one is being worked on at the moment. I'm even working on it today. So hopefully that'll go up in the next few weeks. They're just 5 minutes long, and I hope to do one at least each month. And it's just their adventures on the Red Planet, and it's starting off in the past around 2005, but I hope for it to go into the future and far beyond.
Wow. I'd like to ask Gerry a few questions if you don't mind.
Oh, no, of course.
The big one is, Gerry, a lot of adults will come to me and say, I want to do X. I want to be a screenwriter, or I want to produce a play, or I want to become this or that. But they have so much fear that gets in their way, they don't know where to start. And as a young man, I'm sure there was even additional fears because you didn't know. But maybe the fears didn't exist for you at first because you didn't have the life experiences where you were told no, or that because of your youthfulness and your enthusiasm, that you just went for it, versus an adult who always doubts themselves when it comes to jumping into something. Tell me the inspiration early on where you were able to tackle some potential fears.
Well, I think that it's really just because of my parents. My two mothers are extremely supportive of me. They never told me to not do this or not do that. If I had something I wanted to do, they supported me and helped me make it a dream because, of course, there are so many things I can't do by myself, and especially when I was a lot younger. So they definitely helped me a lot, and I think without them, I wouldn't have been able to do anything that I did since then. So I really think that is a big factor, just kind of the people who support you and the people who shut you down, and nobody has shut me down. My parents, my family has been so supportive, and so many friends has helped me along the way too. So I really just have to thank a lot of people for helping me be able to accomplish what I did.
Yeah, and if someone's putting you down, then find other friends or other mentors to accomplish it. We have time for one more question, Samantha. This is very intriguing.
Yeah. My last question to you is, do you have any upcoming projects, films, or books even that you can tell us a little bit about, but without giving too much away?
Well, I am working on a few other books. I'm just kind of throwing around a few ideas at the moment. But in terms of films, like I said, I'm working on a second episode of Days of Our Rovers. And I hope to kind of stick to animation for a while and see what else I can come up with that. So that's all I'm going to say so far because I don't really have any set ideas, but I do hope to do some more animation in the future.
Wow. Well, impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Gerry, thank you so much for talking to us. You really are incredible, and I really can't wait to see all of the amazing things that you do in the future. So thank you.
Yeah, and Gerry, all those that need inspiration, I think they can find it in you.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Well, Samantha, great work.
Thanks, you too.
Yeah, your growth and comfort over the last 12 months on the show. Of course, you had the sidekick Jake for a while until he left us to go to college. I mean, Colgate, I guess, why not, right?
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, you tackled it. You're fearless, and you're going to do great things at UCSD.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on the show the past years.
Yeah, and thanks for the creativity and the wisdom to create linking individuals, network connections. I'm sure we'll have you when you come back.
Right.
For spring breaks and fall breaks and all those other things. But thanks again. Ladies and gentlemen, Samantha Marcus, and, of course, her other sidekick, Jake Gomez, who's away at school, linking individuals, network connections. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm your host, Fred Arnold, on KHTS.